Howdy folks, welcome to the Music Appreciation Podcast, where we discuss and analyze music and identify what it is about each piece that makes it tick. Today, I, Hilda Story, will be your host, and as usual, we'll be exploring a specific piece to find out what makes it such a classic. We have an excellent program for you today, so let's hop in. Today, I chose for you Vivaldi's Four Seasons, specifically the Spring segment. Vivaldi grew up in Venice, Italy, and his father was a violinist. In his life, he wrote more than 500 concertos, and a large chunk of those concertos were just for solo violin. The Four Seasons was the most well-known work of Vivaldi, and was a group of 4 violin concertos, each based off of one of the 4 seasons. One neat little thing about Vivaldi was that he was ordained into the church and gained the nickname of the Red Priest, which referred to the color of his hair. For today's program, we'll listen to about 30 seconds of the piece, then discuss the different aspects and intricacies of it. To begin, let's listen to this short excerpt of Spring. The melody here is mostly conjunct, though there are certain large leaps it takes, and the range mostly stays close together in a higher register with the violin. Speaking of the violin, it imitates a bird chirping with the way that the player trills each note. The piece uses a duple meter with a jaunty, allegro tempo that is used to portray the liveliness of spring. This jauntier tempo was uncommon before the Baroque period, and Vivaldi was one of the pioneers of exploring it. In the second movement, the piece switches to a triple meter and a slower, largo tempo, in order to represent the more laid-back, relaxed feeling of laying in a flowery field. It then switches back to the duple meter and allegro tempo of the first movement, and this is to evoke the feeling of dancing with forest nymphs and shepherds, in a segment called the rustic dance. Those are the textbook's words, not mine. Dancing with nymphs seems cool though. The piece uses a major scale, sounding uplifting, happy, and full of life because of this. However, it switches to a darker, minor scale midway through before going back to the lighter sound. This could be to represent those cloudier days that show up occasionally throughout the spring months, then switching back to represent how quickly those clouds can part again. The piece is primarily homophonic, with most voices following the violin's leading melody. That being said, there are some parts where other instruments have a back and forth with the violin, imitating the melody it plays. I feel like this could potentially be to represent birds calling at each other, having a conversation with their chirps. Some additional things I'd like to talk about in relations to Vivaldi's Spring. For one, it was featured in WarioWare DIY in the form of a speed rock cover in one of the game's unlockable records, which can be heard here. Another unexpected place that you can hear this song is when it's sampled in the song Rock and Roll Can Never Ever Hip Hop Like This Part 2 by Handsome Boy Modeling School.
We used to play these beats because they used to drive us on the dance floor.
And people don't really know that as a rock record until like the guitars come in and stuff like that.
These are the 2 places that I've heard this song before, but I'm sure that there are other places where it's been sampled or featured. So, there you have it, the 4 essential elements of music. Melody, rhythm, harmony, and texture. While each element is important on its own, it is a combination of all 4 that makes music such a powerful and universal art form. Whether you are a musician, music lover, or simply curious about how music works, we hope this episode has given you a greater appreciation for the building blocks of music. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Music Appreciation Podcast. Take it easy, folks.